Right, well, it's a cold morning this morning here in England, and oops, I'll explain this. Right, this is a little bit after the event, really, this video. That's a spanner. And thanks to, yeah, I got to say thanks to this particular individual who views my video, or viewed my video, and he made a comment to me, and he made a suggestion as to what I should do with this Mercedes. So this morning, you can see that the ice which was on the window here has only just melted. So a few minutes ago, I got up and did what he suggested. I got the spanner here, and I disconnected the battery. And I only left it for 3 or 4 minutes. And I connected it up again. And guess what? Right. Turn this blower down. Right. No warning lights. Right. Let's go and have a look. Okay. So, the 4MATIC, we discovered it had a pressure hose chewed through by a mouse. So I try and drive this with one hand. And when we repaired it all and got all the fluid up to level and everything, it still didn't work. And the warning light wouldn't go out. I tried everything. And then it was suggested that I just disconnect the battery to see if it'll reboot it. Well, of course, that has worked. Okay, so now there's no lights on there at all. And I'm on the grass. Let's put this into low. Right. Now, this is icy, slippery grass. And when I pull away, I'll rev it up and pull away, and one of the rear wheels, because it's only driving in the rear wheels, so with the rear wheels, so one of those wheels will slip, or both of them will slip, and immediately the sensors will sense that, and solenoids obviously will engage the prop shaft to drive the front wheels. To indicate this is happening, the yellow light will come on here in the middle, and it will be in 4-wheel drive, and the car should be able to drive straight and well on this grass. So let's see what happens. There we are. Ooh. So every time the wheel slips, the yellow light comes on. So I'm also trying to watch the camera and control the car from sliding into something. But actually, it's going pretty straight, this car. I mean, this 4-wheel drive system only engages when a wheel slips, and as soon as you've got traction again, it cuts out. So it's not a permanent 4-wheel drive system at all by any means. It's only to get you out of trouble on surfaces like this wet grass or icy grass, which it's brilliant at. There you are, see? And then of course it'll go out right. It also happens like if you're going around a roundabout, but it only engages actually under about 30 miles an hour. It is a very limited system, but it was the technology at the time. It's what Mercedes designed for this car. But it's working, and I'm really, really, really pleased. So a big thanks to this guy who just made this what seems to be a simple solution, which was to disengage the battery. But Tom and I hadn't thought about it, and the garages hadn't thought about it. Sometimes you can be too sophisticated in your thoughts. So good news for the Mercedes at the moment. Now I've got to clean it up. Well, look at this. This is sun and it's quite a nice day. We've got snow here. Snow in England. We have it sometimes. Well, I wouldn't really call it snow, but it's a little suggestion of snow anyway. That car is running right. I'm so happy. But next week we're coming up to another little bit of escapade, I guess. Involves this car. Just get in here, we're out of the wind. The trouble with the wind here is that this camera just picks up the buffeting. Anyway, so next week there's a little escapade. Tom and me, we're going to be doing something. Now I'm glad it started because hang on, turn this radio down. Oops. I'm glad it started because next week we're going on a road trip. So I live in East Anglia and in England, and next week we're going to drive to a house that I've got in southern Normandy in France. It's about a 450-mile drive. We do it in one day. We go under the tunnel, under the channel, and so we're going down there for a couple of days. So this little French car is going back to France, and it should be quite interesting trip. And I think we'll film that and see what happens. I'm expecting, or I'm hoping, that this car gets quite a bit of admiration or attention in France. I'll be interested to see, what people think of it, or if I see another one in France. But I know there's not that many about, obviously. So that's next week. But look at that lovely Mercedes, and it's all working at the moment. But it is going to go in for service this week. I think I had booked it in with the Mercedes garage to have a look at the 4MATIC, but now that we fixed it, thanks to the viewer of my videos that suggested the disconnecting the battery, I think I'm going to still let it have a service. Then I know the car is, A1 really. Good. Well, it's a funny day. Sun and snow, and those clouds over there don't look too good. And while we're here, we might as well try the Volvo yet again. In fact, we've come to a little difficult problem here. Everyone's given up on this car. Everyone's frightened to go out in it because they don't want to be stuck. Right, well that started. Yeah, so nobody wants to go out and get stuck when the car won't start. So I don't know what to do with this. Now this is the car that I normally drive to France in, and it's a really nice car to drive to France. It's I was going to say it's reliable, but it has been reliable over the years that I've had it. I had it about 10 years, and I really only used it for driving to France because it's so comfortable, and it really is a good car for cruising, going long distance. And you get up in the morning, you drive all the way down from England, southern Normandy in France, and you just feel fine when you get there. But it's no good if we're suddenly going to find that it won't start. So we'll take the Aventime this time and hope that's okay. Well, at least if we have a problem in France, it's a French car, and Renault engine, maybe we'll be able to get parts for it, but we'll see. Right, well, we're in the Mercedes now, and we're going to Benix, and I just want to see if that Land Rover's finished. But as you can see down here, there's no warning lights on. Oh, that's good, isn't it? And I can't get over it. Anyway, I can't get over it. Disconnect the battery and put it back again, thanks to some guy who suggested it, and it worked. brilliant. Anyway, we're going to Benix, and we're just driving along, and the car's driving. Oh God, I hate saying this. The car's driving really well. What? Oh no, it's going to go wrong now. I shouldn't say that, but this car is just lovely. I mean, it is just so lovely. And you know, little things like you pull the lever to open the bonnet release downside by the left here of the steering wheel, and it is so quality. You know, some cars you feel like the lever's going to break off in your hand. You hear a vague sort of release of the bonnet somewhere in the distance. But this is all solid. Everything about this car is so good. The doors, they really do. As an old saying, you know, doors shut like a safe door. And actually they do in this car. There's absolutely no feeling of flimsiness. You know, you just slam the door and on the outside, and it's like closing this big safe door. And honestly, not all new cars are like that. This car is just so good. I understand why so many people seem to like this model car, this Mercedes. Anyway, let's see how Benix is getting on. There's sadly only a few more weeks that I'm going to be able to come up here, and I'm off to France next week, so that's mostly over a weekend. Anyway, we'll see. Right, here we go for what is going to be one of the last times I'm driving up to Benix. After all these years of driving up here. There's Ben's car. A Jag, and that rolls are going to have to disappear soon, I guess. I come to film your Land Rover. Have you finished it?
No.
What are you doing now then?
Selling it to you.
Oh. I'm going to have a look at your Land Rover. Oh. They've got a Ford in here. Oh, the Land Rover's all covered up. It looks like it's getting together though. Even got the wheel arch pieces on it. Oh, it looks a proper vehicle now. Ah, he's painting the wheels. No wheels on it. So no wheels on my wagon.
No different than last time.
Well, it's a big difference because it reminded me of Doris Day, or one of those songs, No Wheels on My Wagon.
No, that bit there away at the moment being done.
Yeah, so he is having them done. Looks bloody lovely, even under cover.
Well, you saw it anyway, didn't you?
Yeah, with all the bits that you put on it now. It looks a really nice vehicle, isn't
Yeah,
it?
just got to build the doors up,
Yeah, because you
put the wheels on, give it a wipe.
and then you can go
And out the door.
green laning. Yep,
Yeah.
and this thing's got to get done. You've got an exciting vehicle here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the run-of-the-mill jobs.
Well, one day somebody will be raving over how wonderful it is, thinking back in the days when they used to see these on the road, you know, in 30
Yeah.
years' time. Mind you, I
Yeah.
doubt it, because I think the electronics will stop them from going. Yeah, I fixed the Mercedes. Did you hear? You know, Mercedes wasn't working.
Mm-hmm.
Ben couldn't get it going. Anyway, somebody who watched one of my videos suggested I disconnect the battery and put it back again, like. And I did. I just disconnected the battery, put it back on. Bloody warning light went out, and the formatic was working fine.
It's almost rebooted itself.
Yeah.
Basically.
Well, yeah. It worked perfectly.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, Ben never said nothing.
Well, I phoned him this morning and told him. Because we tried everything. He was trying, he couldn't do it. We tried everything. We were trying it on mud, and we were trying changing thing under the dash, and you're doing all sorts of things to
Yeah,
try and get it
as
to come,
you do.
and because he'd fixed the pipe where it was leaking.
Yeah, it's a leaky pipe.
Yeah, and all that, and he filled it up, and everything was right, but the light wouldn't go out. And the format, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. You put it on the grass and spinning the wheels. It's only the back wheel spinning, you know. Disconnected the battery, put it back on. Bloody marvellous. Put it on grass, oh, it's brilliant. Yeah, no skidding on the grass. Not now.
Yeah.
All right. Ben in today?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he's from work.
Seen
It was his workshop, not
seen
unless he's
what-
gone to class. But
I'll tell him what a marvellous job I did with my spanner.
so ask him for a job.
Yeah. Thanks. Hello. We were just saying, Billy and me, that I should ask you for a job. Did marvellous with that spanner.
Astonishing. I know I've heard of that before. I just didn't think on that car, and that's what there must.
Oh, I didn't
It
think
must be. It's recorded, and it's not cleared because we've got
Yeah.
to clear it. You know.
No, I mean, Tom and we tried everything. We were at it on the grass. We were trying putting one wheel on the grass, one on the hard. You know, we were trying every little combination to get the four-wheel drive to engage.
Totally understandable.
And we tried it with the in test mode, and we tried everything. And of course, I just took the battery off, put it back, and it was fine. Anyway, it's all well and well. So what did the pipe? The pipe that he put on was flexible, obviously, and he just
Exactly the same pipe.
Yeah.
But instead of going around such a sharp bend,
Yeah.
what he did is put one end on,
Yeah.
left it long,
Yeah.
then rolled it round to exactly so it would form bigger radius
All
without
right.
kinking.
Yeah.
Then he could cut it.
Yeah.
Then he put the other bit on the van. He had the tool in on the van.
Oh, right.
And that's what he did. So it was good of him to do
Oh,
that.
bloody hell! And of course, it didn't matter about being because it wouldn't be obstructed by
No,
anything
no,
because
no.
it was under that plastic cover, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
So you didn't have to worry about routing,
No.
really.
No, you don't have to worry about it at all.
It was not like something that would get snagged up.
No, it's not. But
Well, honestly, I mean, the car is just. I shouldn't say it, the car is driving lovely.
yeah, that's just there's what a lot of these things is a little bit of fancy the wood for the trees,
Yeah.
But you sort of think of the worst. You always think the most technical stuff possible going, don't you? When it turned out to be actually very simple.
Well, we're going to try. We might solve the Volvo now because Tom's van's packed up. His clutch went on the A12. And they're not going to fix it for a couple of days, I don't think. So I said to him, well, use the Volvo. But he's down in wherever it is. But I think he's going to drive up in his little motorbike and then take the Volvo back. So I said, that's what you want to do with that.
Yeah. Hello. Oh, hello. How you doing? Yeah. Yes. Of course, yeah. Of course.
Got the headlights in it now. They look nice.
You do, yeah.
Nice and bright. That is a really smart car. Looks like they're doing those lights too.
No, you're right. Yeah, if you ring this Kevin, just book it in and get it. I'm sure there will be customers. Yeah, just shout. Yeah. No, absolutely right. Yes.
Oh, I've got to do sort of Volvo out. Okay, well, I'll see you
Every day
later.
You know what? Every day is a school day.
Absolutely. You're bloody right. Yeah. And some days are better than others. Some days you get put in detention. All right. Well, I'll see you later. See you then. Cheers. Rover up there to sort out. Just have a look at it. I do like these. Yeah, we looked at this the other day. It's an early one, that. Right, well, I'm back home again, and like a little kid, I'm so excited that my car is working well. I'm just, ooh, look at that. Oh, trying it out. Oh, brilliant. I'll go around this corner. Oh, look at that. Hey. That's really good. Works backwards as well. Now, I made the whole car muddy, and I churned up all the grass. Let's have a look. Yeah. Oh dear. What a mess. Look at that. Still, it's all good fun. Oh, that's really great. It's engaging perfectly. Probably does it good. I'm justifying it now. I'm probably on the basis that it probably does the system good to engage a few times. Oh dear, now I've got to clean the car out. Yeah, I think that's what I better do. I think this car needs a clean.